Have you ever wondered how a book, seemingly out of nowhere, just becomes a phenomenon? It's not just luck, nope. It's this perfect storm of a killer plot, a huge endorsement, and a story that hooks right into what we're all craving. So today, let's break down the incredible success of Ashley Elston's First Lie Wins.
Okay, so it all kicks off with the ultimate seal of approval. I mean, when Reese Witherspoon picks your book for her book club, that's it. Game over. She called it a genuine page-turner and talked about secret identities, a mysterious boss, a cat-and-mouse game. I mean, that kind of endorsement is basically rocket fuel. It sent this book straight into the stratosphere. And the results? They really speak for themselves. In less than a year, this book sold over 1 million copies. 1 million! That's not just a bestseller, you know? That's a full-blown publishing sensation. It just goes to show how much this story hit home with a massive audience that was hungry for a thriller that was smart, stylish, and full of twists.
And the success just kept on rolling. It hit #1 on the New York Times bestseller list right away. And of course, when a book is that big, Hollywood comes knocking. The story is now being turned into a TV series by Kevin Williamson. Yep, the genius behind the Scream franchise. So yeah, it's pretty clear this story's appeal goes way, way beyond the page.
So, what is it about this story that has everyone so completely hooked? Well, it all boils down to this fantastic core idea. A woman who seems to have it all, but it's all a lie.
Our main character, Evie Porter, she looks like she's living the perfect Southern dream. But every single piece of that life, it's a carefully built fake. That doting boyfriend, he's her target. Her beautiful life is just a mission she was given by this shadowy boss named Mr. Smith. The truth is, the person known as Evie Porter doesn't even exist.
And this quote from the book just captures the sheer depth of her deception perfectly. It's from a dinner party, and a friend of her target is kind of joking about how much work Evie must have put in to meet him. And the irony is just delicious, because it's not a joke. It's a calculated, high-stakes performance where every single move is part of the plan.
But Evie Porter is just the latest mask she's put on. The novel is so clever in how it peels back all these layers of her past. The story uses these interludes, these flashbacks, to show us her previous jobs and her previous names. We meet Izzy and Mia and Helen and Regina, each one a totally different person with a new target and a brand new, completely fabricated life. It really makes you ask that question. When you've been so many different people, who are you really?
And that is the central mystery, isn't it? We find out her real name is Lucca Marino. But after all these years of pretending to be other people, even she doesn't really know who Lucca is anymore. And that search for her true self is right at the heart of this whole wild ride. So who is the brain behind this whole intricate web of lies? I mean, to really get the book, you kind of have to get to know its creator, Ashley Elston.
Her journey is actually fascinating. Elston started her creative life as a wedding photographer. Then she published 6 really successful young adult novels. But then she got an idea for a story that was, and this is her words, definitely not YA. And that idea? It became First Lie Wins, her absolutely explosive debut into the world of adult fiction.
This quote tells you everything you need to know about her writing style. She's not just telling you a story, she's playing a game with you, the reader. Her whole goal is to figure out what you expect to happen and then do the complete opposite, but in a way that feels shocking and, at the same time, totally earned. That, right there, is the art of a great twist.
And Elston's whole approach of messing with our expectations, it's a classic part of the genre she's writing in. The success of this book taps directly into our collective obsession with psychological thrillers. So what is it about these kinds of stories that we find so irresistible?
Well, it's a genre that really gets inside your head, you know? It's less about car chases and explosions and more about mind games. And honestly, in this age of social media and deepfakes, it kind of makes sense why we're so drawn to stories with narrators we can't trust and realities that are constantly shifting. They really echo our own anxieties about what's real and who we can actually believe. And First Lie Wins is just a masterclass in all of this. It's built on these core themes of identity and deception. It dives deep into how trust can be used as a weapon and how lies can just shatter relationships. That whole dynamic between Evie and her boss, Mr. Smith, is this constant tug-of-war for power and control. And right in the middle, you've got Evie, who does some pretty bad things, but somehow we still end up rooting for her.
So if all this has you hooked and you're already thinking, okay, what do I read next? Don't worry. The genre is packed with amazing stories. Books like The Last Mrs. Parrish, The Lies I Tell, and The Last Thing He Told Me all play with these same ideas of hidden identities, dark secrets, and women who decide to take control.
Ultimately, First Lie Wins leaves us with this really provocative question that just sticks with you. In a world of curated Instagram feeds and online personas, it feels more relevant than ever, right? When your entire life is a performance, who is the real you when the curtain finally falls?